Adam Schiff is busted. General Mike Flynn is calling for him to be arrested now. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. I'm going to give you all of the information on this, including from sources I know no one else is covering. These are my personal sources on Adam Schiff. And by the end of this show, you'll have everything you need to know on why he must be arrested right away. Welcome, Doug in Exile. Give us a subscribe if you want to say thank you. Here's General Mike Flynn's post to start the whole shebang off. And I haven't seen him this mad directly ever. So here we go. Here's General Mike Flynn on Twitter. Arrest Adam Schiff now on the grounds that he represents a direct threat to U.S. national security. Now, Mike Flynn does not use hyperbole. He's not an exaggerator. He's being cool and calm, although he is in all caps up there. And this was, he CC'd on this tweet to arrest Adam Schiff on the grounds that he's a direct national security threat, just on what he knows rolling around in his head. This is to at Real Donald Trump, at Pam Bondi, and at Director Kash Patel, FBI Director. If he is able to walk away from this, our rule of law and constitutional order are no longer valid. That's what he says. Will Adam Schiff be the first to go down? It's entirely possible, because this could be, if he is a national security threat now, that could expedite this. Okay, we're going to get into more of this, because this actually leads to the John Solomon. This is a document dump that reveals brand new information about Adam Schiff. Here's a lot of people describing it first, okay? This is based on this tweet by Kash Patel. Kash Patel last night, he says, "We found it, we declassified it." Here's the headline. Exclusive Democrat whistleblower told the FBI that Adam Schiff okayed leaking classified intel to hurt Trump. Okay, guys? That is pretty specific, pretty narrow on Adam Schiff. Now, Congress can see how classified info was leaked to shape political narratives. That's using your FBI to try and sink Trump, and decide if our institutions were weaponized against the American people. This is from Just the News. This is FBI Director Official Kash Patel. You can see it with that gray check mark. That's an official government office, okay? So that's kind of the bona fides of this whole thing, showing you this goes all the way up. And I'll fill out what all the leaking means and who the spies were, who the whistleblowers were. This is the document that Kash Patel released. This is libs of TikTok. Holy smokes. Everyone's going to be talking about this document. Adam Schiff personally requested to leak classified information to try to harm Trump. Here's the actual paragraph right down here. Let me move over out of the way so you can see it and get my smart guy glasses on right here. Remember, Ed Martin's going to come and stomp the living daylights out of Adam Schiff. When working in this capacity, blank was called to an all-staff meeting by Schiff. So that name is redacted out. We're going to get a lot of these names. We use AI, by the way, guys, to unveil a lot of these names. Was called to an all-staff meeting by Schiff. In this meeting, Schiff stated the group would leak classified information which was derogatory to the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Schiff stated the information would be used to indict President Trump. And that's what Liz Cheney, that's what Adam Schiff did, that's what Adam Kinzinger did, that's even what Lindsey Graham did. Guys, this is filthy. It's so far below our government, but you're starting to see now. And remember, people are going like, there's no arrests, because this information wasn't released yet. It was hidden. Kash Patel just released it 12 hours ago. You need evidence tying names to actual events. And lo and behold, now we have them. And Biden, or whoever was working for the Biden staff that offered Adam Schiff that pardon, had to have known about this stuff. So other people knew enough to say, we got to give Schiff preemptive pardon. Okay, so you'll start to see all these stories are interweaving. I'm not just doing President Biden auto pen for the fun of it. I'm doing it because it's all intertangled and intertwined. And like I said, including Epstein being the Democrats' big distraction against this revealing the biggest conspiracy in American history that Trump has to fix before he gets out of office. If Democrats get back in office and they can restaff the FBI, they're going right back to this, and they're going to jail all of them. They'll throw Kash Patel in jail. They will investigate and throw Tulsi Gabbard in jail. They will go after RFK Jr. They will go after Pete Hegseth. Every member of Trump's administration now, this is the new war between two parties, and we're trying to go back and have the FBI do its job to bust bad guys, which is what Dan Bongino and Kash Patel are doing. They have found and liberated 4,000 children, right? That's what the FBI is supposed to be doing. Busting up drug cartels, busting up spy rings. They're actively stopping murders and crimes today instead of going out and hunting your political opponent. So we have to go in and find the people that did hunt their political opponent. None more guilty than Adam Schiff. This is John Solomon in the news. This was a big one over on Sean Hannity last night.
This is a big story, and this is a Democratic whistleblower, and there might be other Democrats implicated as well, like Kinzinger.
Kinzinger, that's a Republican, and he's calling him a Democrat. Yes, it does. This could easily start scooping up Kinzinger, the people that indicted Trump and tried to impeach him and did the big insurrection, fake investigation, filmed by ABC News. They put together a dramatic show on the whole thing. It was a giant puppet show by the left, media, government, corrupt FBI. But now we have a whistleblower who is a Democrat. So there are good Democrats telling the truth. We have a Democrat whistleblower on Adam Schiff.
Yeah, well, one of the guys that's in here is Eric Swalwell. Now, that is secondhand information from the whistleblower, but the whistleblower actually attended a meeting with Adam Schiff when he was ranking member. Yeah.
I stand corrected. It was they both hate Trump, so I kind of mix them up.
Yeah, they all merge together these days. Listen, this whistleblower literally sat in a meeting, he tells the FBI, where Adam Schiff authorized the leaking of classified secrets to dirty up Donald Trump and to try to build towards either a select committee in Congress or a special prosecutor. This whistleblower was a career intelligence officer. He had worked for the House Intelligence Committee, Democrat staff for a dozen years when he came forward to the FBI.
So this is an actual honest FBI member, guys. He's a 12-year veteran, 12-year FBI member, happens to be a Democrat, not a leftist psycho Democrat. He's a normal Democrat, if there is such a thing, but he's not politicized. He's not going Democrat no matter what, throw my FBI job and my merit and the truth out the window, which is the problem with so many people in politics, but especially I would say 90% of Democrats do that. They have no values other than the Democrat Party. That is their religion. And this FBI member goes, no, I'm a Democrat and I'm in the FBI for 12 years. And what Adam Schiff, what I saw him do right now is illegal and anti-American. We found a Democrat patriot. There might only be one. It's the whistleblower. And the Democrats are going to destroy him.
He gave 4 interviews. He gave very specific information to the FBI and nothing happened. Why? Because the Justice Department simply decided to take a pass.
That was Merrick Garland. So he went and ratted all this stuff out back then. Everyone buried it, man. That guy, he's lucky he's still alive.
Times that we sat around in the last decade and heard, we're going to get to the bottom of that classified leak. And then a few months later, we couldn't get to the bottom of that classified leak. In the case of Adam Schiff, they got to the bottom of some classified leaks, but the Justice Department chose not to act. So tonight, past attorney generals, people like Merrick Garland and Jeff Sessions and Rod Rosenstein, who was acting on Russiagate, they've got some serious questions answered. Did they know about this Adam Schiff stuff? Why did they allow it to be passed on?
Why did Jeff Sessions allow it to be passed on? I saw a clip yesterday of Lindsey Graham. They said, you're the only one who can go after Adam Schiff. Why won't you blow the whistle on this Russiagate thing? And Lindsey Graham said, and this is why we have to primary him out. We have to take Lindsey Graham. He's one of them that we have to beat. And Lindsey Graham said, I will not go in and mess up an ongoing investigation. The ongoing investigation was a cover-up by Merrick Garland of what Adam Schiff was doing, okay? This is, you guys have seen it too, where Merrick Garland goes, I'm not going to comment on an ongoing investigation. Christopher Wray goes, of the FBI, goes, I'm not going to comment on an ongoing investigation. All the Democrats have to do is start an investigation, and then that gives it immunity from anyone looking at it. They don't have to answer any questions. They did the same thing with Hunter Biden's laptop. They go, is Hunter Biden's laptop real or not? They go, we cannot comment on an ongoing investigation. So you can investigate something to slow walk it. They slow walked Hunter Biden, the investigation into his taxes, for 7 years till the statute of limitations were out.
And will anything happen in the current Justice Department?
My question, wasn't it a hearsay so-called whistleblower that led to the entire Ukrainian impeachment? Just refreshing my memory.
Yeah, exactly. And it turns out that what he described in the call wasn't actually an accurate description of what happened. In this case, eyewitness in the room with Adam Schiff, able to deliver to the FBI. The good news is that Akash Patel has gotten these documents to Congress. By the way, this is the first of several major leak investigations we're going to see over the next several days. You're going to see other major people that were clearly identified by the FBI as having leaked classified secrets. Their own staff turned them in when interviewed by the FBI. Nothing again happened. It's a common pattern. The question now is, in Donald Trump's Justice Department, does that dynamic change?
So many of you, I got to tell you, like 1/3 of the comments on this is people going, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. You know why nothing will happen? Because Merrick Garland was the only one who could have done something about it at the top level, DOJ. And he was covering all of this up. So, and they're putting files in burn bags. They're removing information even under Trump. There's stinky guys in the FBI that just 3 of them just got fired this week. So you have people at the highest level at all these places. And remember, they're understaffed because they're doing this investigation. Washington, D.C. Everyone's going, go to the Epstein files. They have so much stuff to investigate. They're understaffed. They can't, it takes a lot of time and hundreds of agents and people. You have to hire the right guy first. Where do you find that guy in Washington? Someone applies. Janine Pirro said they want 10,000 applications to go through. How do you go through 10,000 applications and vet these people? So you can see the problem. That's why this stuff is slow walked. It's slow. We only just now are starting. That's why there's no arrests. I'll answer your question. You never have to post that again. Nothing will happen. No, you don't know nothing will happen. You've never seen Kash Patel at work yet with this authority. So that has never happened. That has never existed. And now you have evidence and the right people in place. It still takes time. But that does not mean nothing will ever happen. You might have some retribution or some kind of maybe we're all just very impatient. I get it. You're watching this show probably on a phone or a computer or your TV. It's like, I want all my shows instant. I'm not going to wait around for a Google search. Things take forever. Yeah. Wait till you see how slow our government works. This is incredible work on that document right here, guys. I'm only telling you, be patient, but I believe Adam Schiff will be arrested. They may have to even remove Biden's pardon first, for all I know. But this is ongoing treason, so I think they can just bust Adam just for what he said last week on this thing. Sean Farash, good morning. Adam Schiff, though he was going to be thought he was going to be named, ready for this? CIA director in 2016 if Hillary Clinton won. That's what he wanted the job. Thank God that didn't happen. Massive bullet dodged. And see, none of this would have come to light. It would be buried even deeper. Schiff was particularly upset, according to the whistleblower witness, as he believed he would have been appointed as the director of the CIA had candidate Hillary Clinton won the election. Holy smokes. Does this thing go deep? And Adam Schiff dirtied hardcore. We're going to go back now. I'm going to do some backfill on Adam Schiff back in the day. This is when Adam Schiff claimed under oath that he didn't know who the whistleblower was. We now know from this whistleblower directly knowing Adam Schiff, he knew exactly what was going on.
Several of my colleagues made the statement repeatedly that I've met with the whistleblower, that I know who the whistleblower is. It was false the first time they said it. It was false the second through 40th time they said it. It will be false the last time they say it.
Okay. We now know that he knew who the whistleblower was. That was under oath. That alone could get you arrested. Here's Paul Sperry breaking new disclosed FBI 302s by Kash Patel reveal that Democrats Senator Adam Schiff allegedly leaked Russiagate intel on Trump because he was, quote, particularly upset, that's in quotes, after Trump won the 2016 director because he expected Hillary to appoint him to succeed Brennan, crooked John Brennan, as CIA director. He didn't just want to be CIA director. Wait, here's Josh Barnett. Don't forget that Rep. Swalwell was with him hand in hand the entire time. Swalwell and Pencilneck are all over this document right here. Swalwell was with his little puppet too. Pencilneck made him put the lotion on the skin or he gets the hose again. There's Rep. Eric Swalwell. These people are the dirtiest, lowest weirdos. And this is that Fang spy that Eric Swalwell slept with. By the way, this Fang allegedly also went after Victor Davis Hanson and he didn't fall for her. She came up, he recalls her coming up to him and trying to get information from him as a university professor, I believe out at Stanford. And he didn't fall for it. Swalwell did because he's so slow. In one meeting, Democrat HPSCI staffer told the FBI that retired Lieutenant General Mike Flynn, Trump's first national security advisor, was to be a specific focus of the committee as part of a broader effort to target Trump. They went after Mike Flynn to get Trump. Adam Schiff, the criminal, and Eric Swalwell went after Trump, went after Flynn. The whistleblower also specifically pointed to Rep. Eric Swalwell, Democrat, California, as a likely source of classified leaks. The memos state, remember this, the exact moment Jim Jordan busted Cohen and Schiff. Michael Cohen, who also testified in the Stormy Daniels Trump case because he used to be Trump's lawyer. And Michael Cohen is a really dumb guy. He talks like this, like a really dumb guy. Hey guys, what's this? How do you put on an air filter on a car? I don't know. Gee, boss. The exact moment Cohen and Schiff realized Jim Jordan busted them and they crapped themselves. The exact moment the woman in the background laughed at Cohen's BS. This is all at once. Just watch this one little 20-second clip.
I got 8 seconds. What did you talk to Mr. Schiff about?
I spoke to Mr. Schiff about topics that...
Now, she just laughed, that lady in the background. She realized as soon as he says that he spoke about topics, they were supposed to have an open meeting. How would he know ahead of time what they were going to talk about?
About topics that were going to be raised at the upcoming hearing.
Whoa. Not just what time to show up, actually what you're going to talk about?
Yeah, so they planned it at the hearing. It wasn't an open hearing looking for facts. Michael Cohen, look at this big dumb expression on his face. He just exposed that they conspired and planned this thing. We were going to talk about what we were going to present at the hearing. You know, when you investigate us, we would all get our stories straight and have a plan. Yeah, I got him. Here's Molly Hemingway. In light of Kash Patel's declassification, worth revisiting my December 2024 piece on the whistleblower who witnessed Schiff's leak plotting. Now, see, Molly Hemingway put this out last December. Didn't do any good because Merrick Garland was still seated as the DOJ. But the Federalist, Molly Hemingway and Sean Davis, have been exposing this stuff for 5-7 years. Bombshell number one, a Democrat whistleblower identified Schiff, Swalwell as leakers. If you guys watch this show, you'd know this back in December, but now it just hit the news this week. One of the more surprising claims in the report was that a Democrat staffer on one of the congressional committees voluntarily told the FBI almost immediately after the investigations began back in 2017 that he suspected 2 members of Congress and Swalwell and Adam Schiff and a number of Democrat staffers, we'll get to those soon, of being involved in the leaking of the classified information, leading to further investigation of those identified. While the report didn't identify the whistleblower, his committee, her name, the member of Congress, a 2021 New York Times story, already identified then Rep. Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell, both from California. This gets even better. Now, this is my favorite part of this show, guys. This is my buddy, Sean Davis. What's he doing? Look at this. AI. He's using AI. So look, this is the document. And just look at this up here, what it says. So all these names are redacted, right? He spelled out three potential pathways he believed were responsible for leaks of classified information originating out of HPSCI, redacted, blank. He sits on the Russian briefings after the Russian team reads documents at blank or blank. It is likely he tells blank that this person, so these are the facts that he plugged in. Number one, she is married to a reporter for the Baltimore Sun. Supposedly. He does not do any intelligence reporting. However, he had a job lined up at the online news site Politico that subsequently fell through. Blank's spouse has worked with Ellen Nakashima of the Washington Post. He's currently pursuing reporting jobs in DC as they live in Capitol Hill. So all these pieces came in, provided information to her husband who had brokered it out of other reporters. This is the person who leaked with the press. Okay, so then what does Sean Davis do? He goes to Grok and he asks it, which HPSCI staffer who worked at the committee under Adam Schiff in 2017 has a spouse who worked at the Baltimore Sun and was later hired at the Washington Post? Answer from Grok, Rihanna Wirkala. And the auto pen appears to have rewarded her with a fancy appointment. Look, this is Rihanna Wirkala, managing partner and co-founder at Clarion Strategy. This gets weirder. This is involved with so much deep state stuff. Also at Clarion Strategies, Ambassador Julianne Smith, president and co-founder. Look, here's Julianne Smith's name in this document. This is Chairman Grassley released this one. Memorandum stated that Clinton approved a plan proposed by one of her foreign policy advisors, Julianne Smith, who was setting up the Steele dossier to smear Donald Trump by magnifying the scandal tied to the intrusion by Russian special services in the pre-election process to benefit Republican candidate. This is so stinky. It gets even wilder, guys. This is even worse. Who else is on Clarion Strategies? Here's former Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. Holy smokes. He's the CEO and co-founder. Lloyd Austin, who Pete Hegseth took his place. And Democrats said they didn't trust Pete Hegseth. This guy is the rat. What a dirty rat. The entire Biden administration is compromised, corrupt. Wow. Adam Schiff is just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to rat that guy. We're going to get that guy. Sweat him out. Here's Adam Schiff back in the day lying. Adam Schiff lied again. Schiff was leaking Don Jr.'s closed door testimony to CNN during bathroom breaks. Think about that. Schiff is a sicko who must pay for his crimes. They're supposed to keep it all under wraps. All their names are redacted and protected. Don Jr.'s testimony, Adam Schiff would go to the Washington Post, New York Times with what he found and testify and leak it to them about what Don Jr. said in a closed door testimony.
Before I let you go, Congressman, I want to get you to respond to something that the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., accused you of last night. Listen to this.
Out of testimony at about 8 o'clock at night looking, and CNN is running quotes from noon on about my testimony. In the House Intelligence Committee. I mean, that has to say something about what's going on in there. Since he's never met a camera he didn't love, I would bet a lot of money that it was him. I'm out of testimony at about 8.
All right, you heard, you got the point. You want to respond?
Sure. He's been making this claim all along. What upsets Don Jr., and I can understand why he's upset, is he was saying publicly, I'm fully cooperating with Congress, I'm answering all their questions. And then he goes before our committee and refuses to answer a whole host of questions, making completely fallacious claims of privilege. And we called him out on it, as we have done with other witnesses. Now, he calls that a leak because we exposed the fact that he refused to answer questions and was making up some attorney-client privilege.
We call that a leak because he exposed. Well, he didn't deny it. He said it's not a leak, it's reporting. He'd go to take a bathroom break and report it from the stall. Eric Swalwell was probably in the same stall, by the way.
Cover conversations between he and his father when neither is an attorney nor the client of the other. So that's his upset. That's not a leak. It is exposure of his non-cooperation and his stonewalling of our committee.
So specifically when he says, when he accuses you of leaking his testimony, leaking information, you're saying, go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is we have always maintained the position that while we won't talk about the substance of a witness's testimony in closed session, we will reveal whether non-cooperative so that.
Sure. Fine. Whatever you say, boss. Let's take a look at what you said when it was Meghan McCain reporting on you that you personally leaked information.
In which the Russians offered help, which we know they did. The campaign accepted help, which we know they did.
And now we know they didn't, and that was a lie.
The Russians then delivered help, which we know they did.
There is circumstantial evidence of collusion.
The case.
Oh, it's circumstantial now, not direct evidence of collusion.
This is more than that, and I can't go into the particulars, but there is more than circumstantial evidence.
There's more than circumstantial evidence. That is, he claims there is substantive evidence, and he knew at this point the Steele dossier was fake. He was going to roll it out to get Trump purely for political reasons after he won.
Now, so.
You've said on more than one occasion that you've seen ample evidence of the Trump campaign's Russia collusion. Last March, you said you had more than circumstantial evidence of treasonous collusion with Russia.
I've certainly.
Yeah, The View. They're applauding. Yay, we got Trump. Wrong, The View. You need to go off the air, View.
Certainly said that there's ample evidence of collusion.
Can you agree that there has been no evidence of collusion, coordination, or conspiracy that has been presented thus far between the Trump campaign and Russia?
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think there's plenty of evidence of collusion or conspiracy.
But we do know this. The Russians offered help. The campaign accepted help. The Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help. And that is pretty damning.
Look at that. What a bug-eyed freak.
Reviewing the evidence that I have.
Yeah, reviewing the evidence that I have. There he is, a claim of evidence. Evidence is hard. That's not circumstantial. He claimed it was ample. He lied under oath. He made it up. And most of all, this proves that he leaked classified information. Just what he knows about the state and did for the state. Like General Flynn said at the beginning of this whole show, he can be arrested today as a national security threat. I'm Doug in Exile.